Hello, welcome to Not So Daft Gamecraft. We are humming along here. I actually have built my bookcases. I was lucky enough for the villagers nearby to donate me a bunch. So I'm actually pretty okay on bookmaking material. We won't really need too much of our wonderful new sugarcane farm, which I'll show you in a second. And as far as chickens go, I got to keep them around because I still haven't found a skeleton spawner, which means I don't have infinite arrows. So I need to keep those. And we'll keep the other stuff up and going just for the pleasure of having built it. But at some point, we're going to have to get the cow herd way down. I just fed them, slaughtered them, and now all I have is some babies. One or two of them may have become adults by now. But we'll get that down to just a few animals, and I think we'll be okay. But I want to get my left side complete. We never finished that after the discovery of the abandoned mine. So we got to go back up to the top left side and connect these things. I was going to do some diamond running of the branches themselves, but I haven't finished the left side. It's weighing on my head. Let's knock that out. We'll see if we pick up some diamonds. We should, of course. That's why we're doing this. So let's take a look at some changes to the area, and then we will move on. So these are the babies. Chickens are doing pretty good. We just harvested the crop. I've added a ton of overhead lighting. I will say, in a correction to an earlier video, you do not any longer need a block under a pumpkin to set it. So they'll go straight up into the ceiling like glowstones. So I feel kind of dumb for all the work I put into it. My apologies. Not a requirement. Sugarcane. I gave us a leaf block ceiling. I used shears to collect the leaf blocks. I went up 2 blocks above each of the pumpkin points to kind of get rid of the shadows of the stone behind. I did this once before for a spider spawner that I built. I built all the walls out of leaf block. If you go back 3 full blocks before you set your blocks against your leaf block against stone, and you throw a few lights back up in those cavities, you can create this sort of depth illusion. It's not 100%. I only went back 2 blocks, but pretty cool. Totally unnecessary now. You want to keep your sugarcane farm, by the way, nicely illuminated. They don't need light, but can you imagine picking out a creeper inside of here? Not easy. All right, let's go. I can't believe I totally spaced on not having finished the left side. Sorry, the right side. I've said left side, haven't I? From the perspective of the mine, this is the right-hand side. Sorry. Left is done. It just needs to be branched out. Now, we know there's 20 checkways, okay, to the other side. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I was debating while I did this whether I would talk through the whole thing. We come across the water and it's just a pain in the butt. And I don't know. The solution's easier to draw than it would be to watch. Basically what I had to do was tunnel in as far as I could go and come to an end. Then the adjacent tunnels, I just kept exploring down each one of them till I met where they met the water. Bring them to an end. The first one that would go around the water, I went ahead and dug it pretty far down, dug over, counted my checkways again, and then I dig back towards the actual blockage. And we don't miss much, but it does mean that our far right-hand tunnel is now, it doesn't go all the way through. It's cut off, which, it is what it is. And what are you going to do about it? So this has been the wettest mine I've ever had to deal with. And I can't say that I enjoyed it very much. So This was a lot of tool wear, and as you can see, we're nowhere near being done with it. So, but what we'll do is we'll just cut that side of the mine completely off from the other. We'll block it out, and one of these through tunnels will become our new far tunnel after we complete the rest. All right, so we're not missing much. Here's some advice. If you find a spawner very early, okay, even before you've really started branch mining, I once dug down from the surface to start branch mine and landed in a spawn room. Trust me, it was a very interesting build because I ended up with my branch mine office, as I like to call it, and my spawn room were one and the same. It was pretty cool. I must have been here before, huh? Holy, what the? Wow. This is why you light up your spelunking areas that you discover when you're working areas around your mine. Now, I went a short distance, I'm sure. I mean, there's a torch down here. Okay, I am now starting to think there might be a spawner over here. Who put that torch up? It had to be me. But why didn't I collect these materials? I'm going to tell you a story I've told other times in other places, but not for a while. In the early playing of my Minecraft experience, I was doing just what I'm doing now, which is spelunking. And I came across a spawn room. They used to scare me, and I was not prepared to build an XP spawner at this point in time. So I just destroyed them whenever I found them. And this memory is very vivid, so anybody who wants to dispute it, go ahead. If you want to tell me it's impossible, go ahead. But it's such a distinct memory that it cannot be. I didn't make it up because I didn't know enough about the game to understand that what I was dealing with was impossible. Therefore, I didn't take any screen grabs. I didn't, there was a lot of things I should have done I didn't do. There I am, spelunking, heart in my throat because it used to make me super nervous back then. And I came across, as I'm digging, I see a spawner cage. Just like if I popped this rock and suddenly could look into a room, I see the bottom of a spawner cage, and it's spinning. It's got the mob in it. The mob is spinning. It was a creeper spawner. And I play without mods. I've never, ever played with mods. I've never altered the code. I don't even use, skins. Closest I get is character builder, And I don't know that creeper spawners don't exist, right? In my mind's eye, everything that exists as a mob must have a spawner. Gonna have to go back to base. I'm out of torches. So I couldn't get close enough to the spawner to pop it. And I wanted to pop it. I didn't want a creeper spawner. I didn't appreciate what it would mean to have the XP. At that point in time, I didn't even care about my own XP. I didn't enchant. I just, I remember reading the ingredients for making a diamond armor and thinking to myself, wait a second, man. How am I supposed to make diamond armor if it takes that many diamond? I didn't know how to find it. I didn't know how to help myself to find it. So long story short, pretty naive, pretty unaware of what's going on around me. I decided that creepers, they don't like to blow up if you're like 3 or 4 blocks above them. So I decided that I'd go over them instead. So I tunneled over them, and from above I reached down and I popped the cage. One of them looked up, must have been close. I was wrong about how far away I thought it was. I don't know. He blew up, not before I was able to back away, and he destroyed all the other creepers, which was kind of handy. And I went down and I had a field day with more gunpowder than I'd ever seen before. Kind of end of story, right? Except a couple of weeks later, I'm mining and I find my first skeleton spawner, and I decide, you know what? I'm going to see if I can make this spawner work for me. I'd heard about XP. I wanted some of the tools that you can make with it. Why not? You know what I mean? So I thought I'd build an XP generator. So I did. I built my first XP generator. And I kind of got hooked. I thought, okay, I want more of this, right? So one day I'm out in a cave and 2 creepers come at me. Kind of like we just saw back there, right? A big mob of people coming at me, 2 creepers. As I run away and I kind of glance up the, kind of like if this was, when I say stairwell, just like that right there. And I kind of glance up in that direction, Is that a spider or did I leave something behind? Oh boy. I glance up, and at the top of those stairs in the distance is another pair of creepers. And I'm like, 4 creepers? That's kind of weird. So I shot them. Thanks to my now having a spawner room, I was able to shoot them with an efficiency or some sort of a superior bow. They died. You would think like I say, it's kind of the end of the story, except they kept coming. And I kid you not, at least 6 more creepers in the span of a few seconds. And I thought, holy moly, I found another creeper spawner. Awesome. This one we're going to build. So I cherry-picked my way through the rest of the area. I killed another, who knows, half dozen creepers. And I kind of counted myself lucky that we were able to discover it without destroying it. I dug around, and I never found the spawner. So I go to the phone and I look it up. I'm like, creeper spawner, you know, if you can't hear them, how can you find them? Anybody have any good techniques? Nothing. Nothing, because there's no such thing as a creeper spawner. And I thought back to like 2 months earlier when I stumbled on a creeper spawner and killed it. And I've never gotten an answer. That's my story. Do need to be careful though, because this place is popping some spawns, baby. Jeez, die, dude. They're coming from up here for sure. Funny thing about Minecraft is after a while, certain caves, they start to remind you of other caves. One reason I light things up so obsessively is I am looking for spawners. And when I hear spawn noises, zombie noises, moaning, I want to know that it's worth investigating and not just, you know, noise. Go back around here where we had this earlier spawn happenings. If there's anybody over here, they spawned because we left them in a dark enough spot to. But I don't see anyone. We know that cave over there is off limits. This is well outside of our mining area. So if you ever find yourself like, I just need to get back to 0, I don't think of it as cheating. If you turn your settings to peaceful to eliminate all spawns so that you can set your cave, you know. So I'm going to pilot out this way so we can do our tool count that I was planning on doing. Then we can pick up our ride. And take it back. All right. Okay, so when I edit this, I'm going to pay attention to how many blocks just broke. But there's 1, 2, 3, 5 blocks sitting there, and I know that one of those 5 is responsible for this thing going green. So we'll count from here, and we'll kind of, it should be a round number. $112. That's 116. I'm gonna guess it was 125. I mean, shouldn't it be a round number, don't you think? You gotta be. All right. Let's just say 125. Why not? I'll tell you what I'm upset about now. No diamond. When I was just doing the counts, it was keeping my brain busy. But now my brain says, what up with the diamond, yo? All right, thank you for watching Not So Daft Gamecraft, the fruitless expedition for more diamonds and finding lots and lots of water. All right, I have been Gosub. You have been great.